Hey guys, it's Eric here at Farpoint Restorations and Repairs. Today I'm going to show you how to safely remove and reinstall strut components using this tool here. This is a Vevor Spring Compressor, and I just picked this up. Not a paid review either, this is just something I picked up here. But I'm going to go ahead and get this thing set up. I've got to adjust it obviously, and we'll go through how to do this. Struts and springs, shock absorber replacements. Shocks are no problem. But you get into springs and struts, you got big problems if you don't do it right. So we want to make sure that when we do these things, that's exactly what we do. I'm going to walk you through how to do that safely today, and hopefully this tool right here helps me get the job done quicker. I have been using an old set like these here pictured for as long as I can remember, and you know, those are not safe. They're inherently very, very, very dangerous devices. So this is something I picked up as an upgrade, try to make my life a little more safe as I get closer and closer to retirement age. I'd rather not have to go through retirement, you know, without fingers or hands, those kind of things I've kind of grown accustomed to. So let's go ahead and set this thing up. This strut is pretty beat too, but I'm just trying to limp this car through one more winter. So I am going to reuse the strut assembly. I'm just replacing the spring on this because the spring broke while driving down the road the other day, and it may be a little hard for you to see. I don't really want to stand too close to it, but it mangled it, and that broken piece is all that's holding the spring in place currently. So it's like playing with a grenade, honestly. I think that actually looks beautiful. Okay, that's really nice actually. All right, so once you have it situated in here like so, I'm gonna get the camera closer in here in a minute. You definitely want to wrap a chain around this unit. And so you just want to kind of make sure that you've got a big hunk of the spring hooked on there. One or two rungs is nice. And then run that safety chain back through and hold on to it. That way, if things go wrong, and sometimes they do, it'll protect that from coming apart. Let me get the camera off the stand. I'll show you up close what I'm doing. Okay, hopefully you guys can see it. I've got the top piece right here. This one's going to come down and hook around that. The bottom obviously sitting right where I want it all the way around. And something to remember when you're doing this, you want to catch as much of the spring as possible. You want to compress as many coils, because if you're just trying to catch the middle three, which unfortunately I am here, you have to compress those middle three a lot more than you would if you could catch a fourth or a fifth. Now when I put the new spring on, I'll be able to do that because you can see how much of it is still down here, and that'll help with reassembly. All right, I'm going to put the camera back on the stand, and we are going to compress this. You don't need to go crazy compressing these. You just need to get the tension off so you can wiggle the bottom freely. You know you have enough tension off of this. Let's do it. All right, well here we go. First time using this, so a little bit nervous obviously, but a whole lot safer than the alternative, the old way of doing things. All right, and pretty much effortless. You can see the tension has already come off of that, so that's as far as you need to go. I'm going to give it one more pump, and now it's time to remove the 17mm on this car bolt, but you know, whatever vehicle you're using, we'll have to remove that center piece. You obviously don't want to take off the wrong bolt beforehand, so if you're disassembling these, refer to some of my other videos on strut replacements so you know what you're in for. And there we go. Okay, now that's completely free. I'm going to go ahead and slide this out, and you can see the damage might make it a little more difficult for me here. There we go. Okay, there is my extremely mangled coil spring. I mean, look at the damage there. So I'm very lucky that that didn't puncture a tire. You can see the sharp edge there, and that this piece also didn't puncture anything or cause damage. For right now, I'm going to set these here off to the side because in my case, get that loose off of there. I'm going to have to release the tension first. There we go. I have to get this spring off, and we're going to replace that with a non-broken coil spring. So to do that, again, it's still chained up. We're just going to release pressure. And that should be that. And then when we got that loose, we can take our safety catch bolt out. Now our uncompressed spring is safe to remove. That's it. We got that out of the way. I'll take both of these mangled pieces and toss them in the metal scrap bin, and we'll grab our replacement. All right, so here's our replacement. And setup, this is going to be pretty much the same. Actually, yeah, I think because we don't have this broken spring, I'm going to move this up one notch so that I can capture more of the spring. Again, the more you can get, the better off you are. You're not compressing those springs so much that you could cause damage or cause them to be more likely to break on you. So I'll move that up, reinsert my screws. Now I will say I've seen some reviews of this tool on Amazon that weren't positive. They were worried that, or said that they basically didn't feel like it was a safe tool or that it worked. Being that I've been a mechanic for as long as I have and have been around dangerous things like this for as long as I have, I can tell you that without even reading the reviews, chances are that they were probably people trying to use this tool for struts or springs that were well beyond its capacity, or people that quite honestly just don't know how to operate a piece of equipment like this. And that's not, I'm not trying to say that to be mean, but a mechanic can make a tool like this look easy to use because they know how to use it. Someone that's never used one before is likely going to struggle a bit with it, like I am right now trying to get this threaded. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to reinstall this. Top hat there. And we can take a look at this. This being a rear strut, there's no bearing here. We're just putting that in any way we want to, pretty much. I think it was pretty much like that. And we'll go ahead and start compressing this spring. Okay, that should be plenty. Now this strut again is ugly, but it actually is still good. It just looks ugly. I recommend bringing that all the way to the top. And we're going to seat it in the proper place on the bottom. And then let's see. That looks like we're going to have to squeeze it down some more. That's okay too. Okay, let's try that. One more pump will get it the rest of the way in. I'm just going to make sure that I'm still where I want to be here. I am. And we'll tighten it back up. Awesome. Once you've got it tightened back up, you're now safe to release compression. And that's that. Let me go ahead and undo my bolt. And we'll pull that loose. Listen, there's nothing to these tools. This is not a difficult task to accomplish if you use this tool properly. I imagine it will last a lifetime. I'll leave a link to where you can get one of these, and I hope you enjoyed learning how to replace a broken spring on your strut assembly. Till next time, my friends, take care.